COP28 is taking place in Dubai, United Arab Emirates from 30 November to 12 December 2023. It is the world's largest annual climate summit. It is essential that the delegates and decision makers receive accurate scientific information. However, WMO is demonstrably guilty of misinformation regarding the increase in global average temperature, which is exaggerated by between 22 and 38%. These are strong words, but very easy to substantiate. To put the importance of this error into perspective, WMO supports the United Framework Convention on Climate Change process, and every year participates in sessions of the Conference of the Parties, that's COP, by providing the latest scientific advice and information to governments. This includes the state of the climate. However, the WMO website contains a very serious error regarding the climate and global average temperature, which is bound to mislead COP28 attendees and decision makers. The website makes two crucial statements. One, it states that the global mean temperature in 2022 was about 1.15 degrees Celsius above the 1850 to 1900 average. And two, regarding how it measures the increase in global average temperature. It states that WMO uses a 30-year period to determine the average climate. The 30-year period is in line with that employed by the IPCC. Global warming, they say, is defined by the IPCC as the estimated increase in GMST average over a 30-year period, expressed relative to pre-industrial levels 1850 to 1900. WMO claims to use this 30-year period and that the global mean temperature in 2022 was about 1.15 degrees Celsius above the 1850 to 1900 average. This channel decided to check that claim as it did not match our calculation. We used two data sources, NOAA Global Time Series and the UK Met Office HadCRUT5. First, NOAA. We downloaded the data for 1850 to 1900. The average temperature anomaly was minus 0.166 degrees Celsius. The data for the 30-year period 1993 to 2022 was downloaded. The average temperature anomaly was plus 0.66 degrees Celsius. The average global temperature above the 1850 to 1900 pre-industrial average at end of December 2022 was therefore 0.832 degrees Celsius and not 1.15. We cross-checked with HadCRUT5. The data for 1850 to 1900 was downloaded. The average was 0.356 degrees Celsius. If you are wondering why this is different to the NOAA value, it is because they use different reference period from which to measure an anomaly. This does not affect the calculation of global warming. The data for 1993 to 2022 was downloaded. The average temperature anomaly was plus 0.58 degrees Celsius. The average global temperature above the 1850 to 1900 pre-industrial average at end of December 2022 was therefore 0.936 degrees Celsius, not 1.15. So, from where did WMO get the figure of about 1.15 degrees Celsius? Could it be that a 30-year period was not used in fact, and that instead a 10-year period was used? Referring to the correct 30-year period, a casual look can easily see that a 10-year period would distort the calculation. So, the NOAA data for the 10-year period 2013 to 2022 was downloaded. As a result, the calculation of global temperature was not 0.832 but 1.06 degrees Celsius. Still not about 1.15 degrees Celsius. So we turned to HadCRUT5 for 2013 to 2022, and now 0.936 became 1.159 degrees Celsius, which is about 1.15. WMO has incorrectly calculated global average temperature. It claimed to use the standard 30-year period, but it seems it did not. It used a 10-year period. Apparently, a top-level delegation from WMO will attend COP28. We must hope they correct this misinformation at the COP28 conference and provide the correct figure for global warming. They also need to explain whether the error was a stunning level of incompetence and absence of senior management quality control processes, or perhaps malpractice with the deliberate attempt to exaggerate global warming. One more thing. If you are wondering how this WMO error was discovered, it was discovered when this channel was producing a video that dismantles the WMO hypothesis made in its Bulletin 19 to COP28 that increased levels of the gases carbon dioxide, methane and nitrous oxide mean temperature increase. That video will be released before the end of COP28. Please watch. It reveals some very surprising facts. If you enjoyed this video, you are invited to join our community on locals.com. This link will take you directly to our site.